So, welcome to another live interview, this time again from Vrads Sande Heartfulness Meditation Center on a beautiful day.
Summer's day.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here with your cosmic agent, Daniel Bofill. And we are here because we want to know more about how you came here, and we want to share it with the world. It was special. And so we're going to have a program here where we're going to start with hearing a little bit about Daniel's story, his own personal story, but also what happened a couple of months ago. And then we're going to go into how he was introduced to heartfulness and how that experience has been. If there's any other newcomers or people who haven't tried heartfulness meditation before, this interview might be particularly interesting because you can come with another perspective than people who has been doing it for 25 years, for example. And then we're of course going to have a relaxation and a meditation at the end. And altogether this program might be, if yours truly is realistic time-wise, lasting 1 hour and 10 minutes, including the meditation and the relaxation. So welcome, and also to you.
Thank you.
So I'm very pleased to have this interview.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to it.
Same.
We've been working together.
Yeah.
Let's reveal it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I've been on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, also, and on many different things. But we're going to get into that. Let's start from the beginning. How did you end up here?
Good question. I'm not sure myself, but I came to Denmark on an invitation. I was in Israel, and a friend invited me to Denmark, to Copenhagen.
When was this?
This was in February this year.
2020.
2020.
The infamous February.
The infamous February of 2020.
2020, yes.
And I left on the 9th or something of February from Israel. I came here to Copenhagen. I stayed at this friend's place. And within 5 days, I left her place. And I didn't have many options of where to go to from Copenhagen. I had been in Denmark before, but I knew very little people.
Let me just put in something. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Daniel was born in South Africa.
Yep.
But you're from Portugal.
Parents are Portuguese. I'm a Portuguese citizen.
All right, just to get that straight. Let's
South
continue.
African born, yeah.
Yeah.
So from Copenhagen, I wasn't sure what I would do. I wasn't really aware of the COVID thing yet.
The 9th of February? No, not many people.
I wasn't. Yeah, it was something. It was on the news, and I had just actually flown in from Milan, and I saw it was just in time, I think, because 1 or 2 weeks later, Milan closed down. Anyway, I phoned I phoned a friend, an old school friend from South Africa that I hadn't seen in a long time, and asked her if she could help me out, find a place to stay, something to do. And she said, "Oh, you can come and stay by me, and I'll help you out, and while you figure your stuff out." We came here. We were going to another center. We came here. We went walking around the park. My friend sat down and she just sort of meditated. She just sat down and just sat in silence. I don't know if she meditated. She just sat in silence.
Yes.
And I was like very, taken by this peace in her. And everything was super quiet and still, but super quiet.
Yes.
No birds, just wind in the trees, a breeze. And I just took that deep breath and like, wow, this is like super nice here. Little lakes and gardens and trees and forests, and it's like a fairy tale land. It's Denmark, and where am I? I'm in a fairy tale book.
Yes.
And then we got up and we waited. We were just about to leave.
Yes.
When Susan came walking up the path,
Susan, who is one of the people who live here. Yes?
Yeah. And she gave us a phone number of Liver, who did the interview last week.
Ashram, and the meditation center manager, yes.
Yeah, and we kept the phone number. We went to the other center. We still had another center to go to. And I said to her, I think I've seen enough.
Yes.
It's just what happened back there. I don't want to go visit anything more. I don't care.
No.
I'm just going to give them a phone call and just hope for the best. It just felt so good.
So that moment where your friend sat down.
Yeah.
You had one of those magical moments.
There was something there about her sitting down and she just ignored me. She just sat down on a rock and just sat, like no warning. Yeah. Like, okay, well, something special is going on here. And I walked around by myself and left her to her time. And I didn't speak about it. It's just the image of her sitting on this rock, overlooking the lakes, overlooking the house.
Yes.
Just was like a picture-perfect moment.
Yes.
Like,
so you stayed here.
No. Well, yeah, I stayed. Yeah, I phoned. I spoke to the manager. I told him my situation. Traveling. Is there something I could do for you guys?
Yes,
could I help out? Do you need some help? Whatever. And he was very, very, very friendly. I mean, right away, do you know heartfulness and the meditation? No, not really. I mean, I have meditated and I have some practices, but not heartfulness. I didn't even know about it. Yeah. He went and gave me sittings actually drove out to meet me to give, because I didn't have a car or anything.
Okay.
He would actually go and give me sittings and offer me a book and everything, like so open, and I'm like, wow, this is special, Usually you have to go and do things and...
So you didn't know about heartfulness before?
No, I hadn't heard about it.
So what was your impression, the first impression of the meditation? Because he then came to you to give you a sitting, which if you're a newcomer is a meditation, a sort of meditation where you sit.
How is this going? Is this still going?
Does this sound good? Let's see.
I'll wait, we're here. Start again. Right. Yeah.
Sorry
guys, technical things.
Yeah.
I'm a technician at the same time, so I have to...
We're both technicians, and apparently, usually a microphone is never supposed to be under the shirt.
Yeah,
the sound doesn't work.
It just comes from the heart under the shirt.
So that's why I removed it, because that's the first thing you learn when you're doing television. You cannot put it inside, and I hadn't seen that Daniel had put it there. So I changed it, and then...
Anyway.
But it seems like the sound is good now. Yeah.
So I didn't know about the meditation, and I was open to learn. I'm always open. I'm a very curious person. I love just dropping in, apparently, and learning things. And I was given a little booklet to read through, and it just struck me as very simple, very straightforward. Very simple, but just without confusion and loads of thousands of years of teaching and angles, and just a clean proposal and invitation.
Simple.
Simple, yet probably complex, but simple in the way of the practice, in the way of approaching the practice, and without needing to ask too many questions or suppose anything. The way it's proposed, just really open proposal to sit down. It's not about quietening the mind. It's not about focusing on a flame. It's not about doing anything. It's about sit down.
Yes. And what was the name of the book? If someone wants to read it out there.
Yeah, it's The Heartfulness Way, or The Way of the Heart. There's 2 booklets, and both of them are great.
So if anyone is interested in this booklet, write in the message section.
The Heartfulness Way is super, super well written, and a question and answer form that you can really your questions just come up there and like, oh, okay, I would have asked this, and there's an answer for it. So but I didn't have many questions. It was like, because it was just an open proposal.
And how did the actual meditation or the sitting then feel? Or sittings, because you then got...
Yeah, then I got the sittings, and it just felt good. It just felt, you know, Leiber would come and we would just have a little talk. He would sit in front of me, which was also new to me, just the shared meditation. And he wouldn't speak about transmission or anything. He would just do the sitting. We would speak a little bit about meditation, but then we would begin, and there was nothing to do but just wait or just be in silence and just relax and nothing, you know. But that nothing, because there's no you need to and you find peace or you or the expectation. It will come. Whatever needs to come will come, and just be patient and just wait for it, and you will feel it and you will know it. Yes. And it's not really something you can describe to people, oh, you will feel this or you will feel that. It's some sort of, even just the sitting there and just feeling that kind of someone holding your hand and not telling you how to do or what to do, but just guiding without words, just being there. Yes. Just felt so supportive. So I really enjoyed that, and I thought, wow, this is nice. Yeah.
And after a while, then you are invited. People are coming out there, so we are a little bit curious to see if it's something to do with the sound. So then you are invited to come to stay at the center, actually.
Well, that was my proposal. I was invited in the same way that I was putting it out there.
Okay, yes, you proposed it, and then
how would that be? Yes. And then it came around that, okay, we could try that. Yeah. For a week or 2 weeks, we could see what it is, and you would get a sitting per week. And at the time, it was still open.
For the public.
So we still went to the satsang in the morning, in the afternoon.
So you tried that.
Before,
and as you can see, we have the meditation hall.
In the meditation hall.
Just right here. And for those who know it, knows the sacredness of it. For those who don't, one day when you come and visit,
for sure.
When it opens up, it's not open here yet.
Yeah.
But then there's a special thing happening, because suddenly, after you've only been here for a week or something, the Prime Minister says and announces that no one can leave the country. Yeah,
I think Denmark was one of the first places that decided to shut down.
Yes.
And from there onwards, I was already here. And I was already exploring the place and curious about the place and meeting the people.
Yes.
And like I say, I hadn't been following that what was happening in Europe, and except for Italy, that much. And all of a sudden that happened, but it was okay with it. Yeah. So, oh damn! Now I have to stay in Denmark in the spring and watch the flowers grow, and watch the forests, and maybe I meet a wolf, maybe I meet an owl, maybe I meet a fox. Oh, what a shame! What a shame! What a pity!
I just remember we had been introduced, because I'm responsible for a big section of the social media and stuff, and I was told that you were also into these things, other than doing a lot of other stuff at this place. So we were in contact already then. We just spoke over the phone. I remember when the Prime Minister said it, oh, so the new guy that can work with me also is forced to stay. What a shame. So that was also funny.
Yeah. And so yeah, sure. I mean, springtime, flowers, nature, open, green pastures, peace, quiet, birds, no confusion. Just in the middle of the most random nowhere. It's the best. When it's the most random nowhere place, that's exactly where it should be.
Okay, so you are kind of forced to stay here.
Yeah.
And let's just, before we move on, because you've always been traveling a lot, right?
No, not always. No, I began traveling at the end December 2017.
Yes.
That's when I started traveling.
And when you say started traveling, it was not just a vacation for a week.
No.
What did it mean for you at the time?
I added the vacation to it, but no, it was a big move. I took a year sabbatical from the company that I was working at in Lisbon. I was working in content strategies and as a technical communicator, so that's why the technical and communication side of things.
Yes.
That makes us a great team.
Yes.
And I was living in Lisbon, working corporate, 9 to 5 or whatever, motorbike, up and down over the bridge, capital city, the usual, same old.
And where in the world are we at this point?
Where in the world are we?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm in Denmark.
Yeah, before you start traveling.
Before?
Yeah.
I was in...
You were in Portugal.
I was in Portugal, in Lisbon, yeah. And working corporate, and I had saved up money. I had already gone through a few changes in my personal life, and the big step was get out, because there's more out there than what you've been told.
Yeah.
And
that was the feeling you had inside of you.
Yeah, there was this curiosity of the world's a huge place, beautiful and many people to see and to discover and to volunteer at and to help. And I don't know, something is bigger and not bigger, better. Just let's just go and explore the world. Let's go see what's out there.
So you went through how many countries?
Well,
more or less.
Not that many. I was just ups and downs. So I went to I went to Cambodia. I went to Greece first. Then I went to Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Thailand, Greece. I love Greece. I really love Greece. Shout out for Greece. Back to Portugal. Went to Morocco. Back to Portugal. Went to Israel, France, Holland, Spain, Portugal, Israel.
Okay. So you
Denmark.
So you traveled a lot.
Yeah, I was bouncing around and whatever, and yoga festivals and.
So you were into spirituality.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Meditation.
Into the practices that meditation, yoga, Thai yoga massage. That's what I do.
And when did you become a cosmic agent?
And what is that? That was just a playful game of. I would like to share with my friends my photo album, and Instagram seemed to be the best place to do that because there's no noise. You just put up some photos, and whoever sees it, and that's fine. And there I had to choose a username, and I just thought, well, it just came together through a series of events. That cosmic in Greek is world, of the world, and finding, and cosmology has got to do with understanding that there is a reason or an order or something that drives existence, that joins the universe, the world. So I like the cosmic idea, that it's of the world and of everything. It's all-inclusive.
Just like you are of the world in a way, since you're not...
Yeah, I think that everything can and should be included in everything that, why exclude? Nothing's not supposed to be in the universe.
So that's the kind of agent.
An agent, not as in secret agent, really undercover agent or anything. Although it's nice to think that I'm on a mission.
Of what?
Of myself.
Okay.
Basically, self-mission. But
of discovering yourself, because now you're talking about that you're fond of Greek, and know thyself is one of the most spiritual things that came from Greece.
Delphi, and I
from
was
the
there
oracle in Delphi.
Delphi, so know thyself, and it's funny play on words because you can say know thyself, or you can split it to know thyself, and so it can be read like that. So an agent as an agent, but as an agent of change, maybe an agent of transformation, an agent of, as in a chemical agent of stability or of something. So not just the agent of the spy agent.
Okay, so this cosmic agent of the world, who wants to explore thyself too, through heartfulness and heartfulness meditation, Sashmark and the natural path.
Yeah.
Why did you choose? Or why would you now say that? Why meditate within heartfulness for you?
Yeah. Well,
in this journey of the cosmic agent?
It just fits my vibe.
Yes.
Because...
Why?
Yeah. I chose it in the way that I didn't choose it. It found me, I found it.
Yes.
Right? But I took it on because of its clarity, its simplicity, and the practice being something that just allows you to really come up with your own results and to ask your own questions to yourself and not be guided to any sort of expectation or result or outcome of the meditation, any other than the one that you think it should be or could be. But you are the one that determines. You sort of like you're in control. If you want to ask questions, you ask questions. If you want to try and for peace. If it's just something that doesn't block in any way anyone that would like to do it. It's an open invitation, and I just enjoy that kind of freedom, maybe, or acceptance of it. It doesn't matter what you're thinking. It's not dogmatic. It's not religious. It doesn't matter who you just come. And I mean, what surprised me was when we began, it was just saying, start meditation. Please start meditation. You know? Okay, this it. No one's going to teach me about masculine and feminine and this and that and whoever and energy and.
So no one started your mental process.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Just start meditation. Okay, so let's start meditation. What do I do? All right, okay. Right, and of course there is a method. Of course there are guidelines, right?
Yes.
That you can use, and then at the end, that's all. Okay, and thank you very much, and done. Wow. Perfect. And then, wow, so what do you have? Well, whatever you want to have. What do you have to think about? What came up? Whatever's in you, whatever was yours. And that for me was like, wow, this is a really non-intrusive way from the system and allowing me space.
So when you're saying all of that, in all this description, which is so beautiful, I'm hearing an undertone of that it's natural.
Yeah.
It allows you to be natural.
You just and within your nature. So this natural path, it seems to be
Sahaj Marg,
the Sahaj Marg,
the old name of heartfulness.
Yeah, or the Sanskrit name of
Sanskrit
what it
name,
means.
yes.
Is just that natural path isn't to say that it's a path that is, it's the natural to you. It is of your nature,
yes,
of your essence,
yes,
in a way. That's how I at least interpret the natural in this word. It's of what is your nature, what are you asking, what is it you want your nature to be,
yes,
and how can you put that in practice, and how can you find out what it is that really resonates with you, so and that essence. Yeah. So
now you've been here for like 4 months.
Yeah, 4 or 5 ish.
4.5. Yeah. Do you feel like you came closer to that self-discovery through this place and through the meditation?
I don't know where closer is, because it's a deep, long voyage of learning, and to say closer would mean already to have a reference point of an ending or of a goal, and I don't sort of have that.
Okay.
I feel more in sync, let's say, with what it is that I want to be, how it is that I want to act. I feel a greater strength behind that, or a greater confidence behind that, and saying that if I say kindness, what does it look like? How do I practice it? If I say caring, if I say sharing, if I say giving, if I say selflessness, if I say fear, if I say whatever, how is that expressed? And I think here I've been able to come into contact with those concepts or those sentiments or feelings, and practice them through the meditation, and then use them.
And if you came from outside of this place, not only the place, but also if you didn't try heartfulness meditation before, it's very difficult because you already said that you cannot. It's very difficult to precisely say that one person will get this or that out of it. But could you say anything that someone who hasn't been here or who haven't tried it yet, what could be benefits that they might get?
Well, I think the benefit that there is if it was the same for me, it's but even if it isn't, it's just, I mean, just the beauty of this place if you do come here. But the fact that you get to be held in a space with people that will just allow you to, they will give you a few guidelines and let you be. And to me, that's important.
Yes.
I won't tell you what you should feel and have, or prime you with an expectation or create a result out of it. For me, what I think could benefit is that the person has the opportunity to come and try it.
Yes.
And to feel it for themselves and then take it from there and,
Yes.
and say, wow, nobody told me how to think, how to act, how to be, how to get closer to the ultimate or to the source or anything. I was just allowed to come, to sit in silence for 40 minutes, and that's all. And to allow themselves in that space to just to go in and to listen to their heart or to feel something, maybe think something, maybe the mind runs around, maybe it doesn't, maybe they fall asleep, maybe they don't. It's fine. This is what I feel. It's all fine. It's great. That's the whole point. Just come and feel something.
Try it.
Yeah.
Experience it for yourself.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And so it's that allowance that
Yes.
that I think is the biggest benefit.
And for now, of course, you cannot come here yet, but you can
Yeah.
meditate with us online several times a week. Write and
Soon.
ask, and we will give you direction as to when the online meditations are on.
There are other two aspects, if I could add, which I
Yes,
really
of
enjoy.
course.
One is the cleaning.
Yes.
It's a part of the meditation, which at the end of the day, once you've gone through a day and you've interacted with people and you've had thoughts and you ate and you know, just did a bunch of things, you come to the end of the day and you imagine this vapor or this smoke just evaporating out of you, and it's just sort of allowing everything that happened during the day just to sort of settle and or evaporates or however you like, and feeling, okay, that was my day and I feel clean. I like the cleaning.
Yes.
And
do you feel like you're filled afterwards, after the leaving of?
No, it's just a good relaxation thing to come to the end of the
Yeah.
day and sort of, what did I think about? Why did I think about this? What did this guy say to me? Why did I say something like this? But not work on it, just remember it, and okay, it happened. Good, go.
And then you let it out.
Yeah, and it
Because
just,
usually it's important to know that you're not going into, if any thought comes by, it just leaves as a cloud.
Yeah.
And you
But
don't
it's a more
interact
active way of
with it.
remembering things, seeing the thought and say, okay, that happened, great. Not just like, oh, let it go by as if I'm...
You don't do anything.
Just actually seeing it, and
Yeah.
so I enjoy that part. And and that, the impressions and the cleaning of the impressions.
Yes.
I really enjoy. Yeah.
So, because you've now been into it for these 4.5 months, but you've also been doing a lot of other stuff here.
Yeah,
Because
it's
we
fun.
like to maybe not we, but some of us like to see you as this octopus angel with angel wings that just came here and with a lot of fresh energy, and also to let us re-explore the whole thing through you in a way, but also all the help that you've done in so many sections at this place. Can you talk about the different things that you do here?
Yeah, wow, this is such a great place, and there's so much to do, and it for me it also brought this meaningful, purposeful way of being able to give back and to interact with the place.
Yes.
Just check it. Yeah, check.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I walk around, and I can imagine when we open and we have hundreds of people walking around here and having benches to sit on and having flowers to look at and having the place maintained and fixed up. And so we have many projects going on in the gardens, with trees, with landscaping, with planting, with designing spaces that in the future can be more secluded and more quiet, or open spaces where there can be crowds if the master comes and has speeches. Taking care of the kitchen and the housework, and the painting, and
You see, this is the octopus. I'm going to lend you a couple of arms here.
Just go help you with the media stuff.
Working on the website, working on the new page, by the way.
Vrads Sande in the village.
Heartfulness Meditation Center Facebook page, if you haven't already seen it. Yes. Yeah, so it's on
going
every
for
level.
walks in the forest, going for swims in the lakes, whatever.
And having new ideas about how to put stickers on certain things in a certain color. Working on logos.
It's given me so much, and I think it's just so little. It's the least I can do, and I try. I do as much as I can, not get overwhelmed with it. I'm allowed to take the breaks. I don't feel there's no pressure. You don't have to anything.
You're in a flow.
It's in the flow, and it sort of comes as you give and you receive and you give. And I've been so generous with the people around me and the family here, and they've just held me in the most amazing
The family
way.
here.
Yeah. It's just, what do you need? And here's a packet of chips. My favorite.
No, we share that.
We should be having chips here. Where are the chips, Maria?
I ate them.
Of course. What do you need? Anything you need. Wow, it's so much generosity that it's overwhelming, and so much care, and there's stuff to do, and it's fun to do, and to learn, and to just be a part of it. Why not? I mean, I don't want to be a tourist here.
You're also actually starting to learn the language already a little bit. We're not going into that. No, I'm not gonna. I was going to ask you something in Danish, but leave that to the next interview one day.
I'm still shy.
One very important thing, though, that we have to remember to announce before we get into the relaxation and the meditation, is that from now on, every Tuesday at 5,
we're going live feed
here from Vrads Sande Heartfulness Meditation Center.
So every Tuesday a meditation. What time is it? You know the time? You know the time.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Tuesdays. Danish time, and we'll have we'll cut the interview part out. We'll just have the meditation, and as you guys now know, it's just so easy. You just chill, come and sit in front, close your eyes, start, finish, and do the work yourself.
Yes,
which is really great, because the responsibility is on us to not look for that quick fix. This is another thing that I find.
Yeah,
brings things up, do the work.
Yes,
practice it.
So also allow to trust the process and trust what's going to happen in the meditation without having expectations, you just said.
Yeah, and that trust is also self-trust. That trust comes from trusting that this moment of quiet is for me.
Yes.
And I deserve this quiet, I deserve this peace, I deserve peace of mind, I deserve kindness, caring, giving, generosity, all these good things.
And look what happens when you know that you deserve it. Like so many people just, you've gotten so many friends and family members.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's through everything. I mean, it's all a journey. Heartfulness is now in the moment. It's in my now. It's something that I'm really plugging into, because I just find that it has, without me asking many questions, just answered a bunch of questions I had. So they were automatically answered. It was just like any question I would have, like, oh, what about Sanskrit? What does this mean? It's like, dude, just meditate. Yeah. So you'll figure it out. You can ask questions, and you can have doubts, and you don't know how the world works and the essence and the nature, and you love philosophy. Just meditate, sit, and it will come to you. And now I've gotten to know you on a personal level as well, because we work so much together on different stuff here at the center. So I know that we have a lot of in common when it comes to spirituality. So I really want to ask you this question, because I think a lot of people, especially newcomers, would like to have another, or would benefit from another perspective of it. So what is spirituality to you? What is important about spirituality to you? Well, I think spirituality, to me, is something you do. It is a laboratory of yourself. It is the opportunity that you have in this lifetime, if you like, if you don't, it's fine, to figure out, if you want, why me, why this, why something, how do my actions influence others, how do others influence me, how does the world work in a way. And spirituality, I just think, is that part of life that you ask those questions about yourself, about life, about others, about what you're doing, how you're acting, how you're communicating. If you can think for yourself, if you can ask questions. Spirituality to me is just the practice of self-learning, and it's not a state of being. Like, I am spiritual, we are all spiritual, we are all divine, there is nothing in the universe that shouldn't be here. It's practicing it.
So it's also about being who you are in it, authentically. Or
finding that who you are and questioning who you are in it, so that you, and
what about the heart? Because it's heartfulness. So where does that come in? And
for me, the heartfulness, to me, the importance of it is that it's where we feel these emotions, this tightness, this, this place where when we breathe and we go, because of beauty, because of love, because of whatever it comes from here. But also, to me, it's where the magic and the spark, of life began. Because, I don't know, think human body, think car factory, and you're building a car and the human body was being built, but at some point in time something turned the key and started the engine, and that spark that ignited the heart, that magic universal wherever, that started the heart beating, that's what made that being come to life. And that spark started in the heart, and for me that's a special place to explore. That spark, what is that? How did that happen? How does that work to me?
And then you also emphasized, when we talked about it prior to this, that joy and lightness had to be a part of it as well for you.
Oh yeah, sure.
That you don't take it too serious in a way where you make too many rules. We talked about that, too many rules about what is spirituality. And if you keep it...
I think spirituality is a celebration.
That was what I was looking for. Because that was what we talked about prior to this.
A celebration of
life.
Life, sure, it has stress, and sure it has trauma, and sure there are things to heal, and I agree, and there are things that we can improve, and yes, that is part of it. And yes, running around the field happy and swimming and looking at the sun and just lying on our backs and looking at the clouds is also celebrating spirituality, and also understanding that is also a part of it. And it doesn't all have to be about stress management, about sleep deprivation, or about anger.
Because some people use meditation for that also.
Great.
Yes.
If that's what they need, fantastic.
To manage stress.
That's fantastic. Do whatever you think you need to do with it. It's your meditation. If you want to add a little bit of, today I just meditate for fun, for nothing, because I have half an hour of nothing to do at the train station, let me meditate. Why not just be that as well? Just throw it in there.
To just be
as an extra ingredient.
In the heart.
And just feel the moment, and and not have to aim it specifically at anything, because meditation, I do think, is much more holistic in that way.
Okay, so do you have anything you want to add or ask?
I've added so much.
Add or ask here before we go into the relaxation?
What do you think about it? It's nice that you ask me the questions, and but we'll turn the spotlight there on you, and how do you, because we are different, and although you do the same meditation, where do you find that the focus is?
So what?
Or through transmission, or because you speak a lot about transmission to me and how you feel it.
Yes. So how do I feel about transmission and heartfulness?
Yeah.
Or because that is, if you're a newcomer, what makes heartfulness different
Special,
and special from other meditation forms of meditation is that we have transmission through the teacher and the student is not the right word, but the receiver of the meditation, and that's called pranahuti in Sanskrit, and that's what makes it special. I used to answer your question. I've been trying many different types of meditations. I've been meditating up trees, just connecting with nature, and when I started here and I received my first sitting or meditation, I just had that pull that you also talk about. I just knew I was pulled towards something. I couldn't put my word define exactly what it was, and I didn't at first feel the transmission. And we didn't speak about it so much. Actually, not really. But I just remembered that there was something nameless that just pulled me towards this place. I was here several years before I even knew it was here, and just was so, I have to live here, I said to some people when I passed by several years before. And then as time has gone by, first of all, I got a family here. Not only here, but especially at this place, but all over the world. No matter where I go, I mean, every year I go to India, but no matter who I'm in contact with on the internet, like heartfulness, there's this thing, and it's nameless. Mm-hmm. You can't explain it, you have to experience it.
Yeah, this is what I think is. Yeah.
And little by little, it's not everybody who will get this sensation. It depends on how sensitive or how you are, or not how sensitive you are actually. I don't want to put a name on it because we all experience things differently, but I can feel the transmission, not every time, as a tickle in my heart. I can feel when I start receiving, and it just goes in, and I'm just like, oh God, it's just like, thank you. And sometimes, of course, it's also a cleaning that's so heavy because I walked in a circle and created a thought pattern of something that I don't need. So the meditation can also just be that this is being removed. So that's what comes up. Yeah. But then again, comes back to where I can feel the transmission. But in order to be filled, I can really feel I'm being filled up, but I have to be emptied before. And that's why the cleaning at the end of the day, in the evening, is so important. Because if you have a full image painting of something where it's completely full, how can something new come in? Yeah. So we have to empty ourselves. So for me, it's just like, I used to drive in an old Volkswagen, which was not that good of a car. And now someone put me, after meeting heartfulness and this meditation, I was put in a Tesla. It's just like, so smoothly I'm going through my processes. Yeah. Without an end destination, but I get, even though still getting closer and closer to thyself, getting back to Greece here, I can feel that. And getting closer and closer to me is actually getting closer to you and to everyone else. And that's what I feel. I'm getting closer to unity. The closer I come to myself, the closer I come to everyone else. And the pranahuti the transmission takes me there, as if in a Lamborghini or a Tesla instead of an old Volkswagen, which is a good car. That's the difference. I don't want to. We're not paid by any company here. But the point is that I could feel, and I've been meditating since the end of my teens, and I'm 41 now. So for 22 years, and only for 5 years within heartfulness, and I could feel that it was turned up. There was a part of my process getting me so much faster towards my truth, without saying that it's not a spoken truth, but it's...
Yeah, a knowing.
Yeah. Good. That's the answer.
Voilà.
So, So, anything else from you?
No, just a shout out to all my friends and family. This is like the TV. Oh, let's send kisses to Portugal. Oh, the camera.
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
Hey, Mom.
And to all my friends and everyone that supported me on this voyage and on this trip, because it has all just been a sequence of events that has led me here. It's not specifically one thing. Since day one, probably. And to this great place, and a huge just thanks to everyone that has been so caring, kind, and loving, and treating me so well,
and to the newcomers who haven't been here yet,
and to the newcomers who haven't been here.
We welcome you guys.
Yeah.
Warm welcome. We want you here when you can come here.
We've got a lot of work to do, a lot of gardening to do. We have a lot of stuff to clean, so you'll be coming to volunteer, you'll be coming to help.
Yes.
We work by donation.
Yes.
We don't charge for these meditations.
And soon enough we will have the website ready, vradzsande.dk. Yeah, and there you can put a donation.
You can donate before.
Just already now, actually.
Just ask. We don't mind. You guys donate.
Any amount is welcome. No, but everybody's welcome here at this place when we open up. Yeah. So stay on tune and on track with us. We will have live videos here, not only from here but from all over the country, every week. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And every Tuesday at 5 from here, there's a live meditation, and it goes straight for the meditation. No interview first.
Just
and you will be here with Susan, Liver, Daniel, whoever, other people from Vrads, the city.
Perfect.
So
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, and we're going to see you in front of the camera and another time as well. But let's start with the relaxation. And we are so happy that you were bearing over with this old television journalist and technician who apparently did the wrong thing. But that's also a good life lesson, not to take mistakes as something bad, but just accept whatever comes in the flow. Okay, so we start with a relaxation and go into meditation after that. And if you're new, I'm going to guide you through your body, connect us with the planet Earth here. And after this, when I let go of you by saying, please start meditation, when we are in the heart section and you have your eyes closed and everything, there's going to be a half an hour meditation where I will not say anything, and you just, if you have any thought, you just let it pass as a cloud on the sky. You don't interact with it as an unwanted guest that comes to your house. You just let it be. And then once I say that's all, then it's a good idea to keep your eyes closed and just feel the state you're in. And once you're ready and you remember the state, you can bring it into your present moment by keeping a part of your consciousness in your heart, if you feel like it, remembering it as you go into the world afterwards, and opening your eyes slowly. And that's when we will say bye for now. So we will start with the relaxation. So be sure that you sit in a comfortable position, at a place where you know you can be sitting for 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And then get in contact with your breathing. If you have any tight clothes that doesn't allow you to get into your stomach and your body, loosen up. And take another deep breath. And just know that anything that happened prior to you sitting down, anything that will happen afterwards, is no longer part of your present moment. You're just here right now. And you feel how your feet, whatever touches the ground where you're sitting, is connecting to the earth. You just suggest and assume that you are now connecting to Gaia, Mother Earth, who is lovingly, caringly sending her energy up through you, through your feet. And we go through all body parts. As we do that, you just know that wherever you place your attention, this beautiful energy, natural energy from our nature, from Mother Earth, is just running through you simultaneously. We start by feeling our feet, connecting to our toes. Maybe you feel a vibration, maybe you don't. Just place your attention here. Relax your whole body. Whenever you need it, you take a deep breath and sink one layer deeper into being. You feel your feet, and the attention goes from your feet into your ankles, up the lower part of your legs, and relax. Move your attention to your knees. From your knees to your thighs, back of your thighs. And you feel both of your legs and your feet now completely relaxed and calm. As the energy moves through you, through your legs, you now feel your seat. Place your sitting. As it touches whatever you're sitting on, you feel how you just float out into that seat. And relaxed. Move your attention to the spine, the bottom of your spine, and follow your spine from the bottom with your attention, awareness going all the way up your spine from the bottom, through the middle of your spine, all the way up through the top of your spine and into your neck. And relax. Go back down your body on the back side and feel the lower part of your back relaxing. The center part of your back. The upper part of your back. And feel your shoulders as you breathe into them, how they let go as you breathe out. And they just relax too. Feel all of your back wide, soft, and relaxed. We now go up the sides of our torso. So we start by going down to your hips, feeling the sides of the torso through the hips, going up through the waist, the sides of your chest, and all the way up into under your arm. Any tension here is released now, and you relax. we don't go down for the last time to the bottom of your torso, and this time in front of your torso. And we feel how we breathe into the stomach. And relax as we breathe out. Feel the lower part of your stomach go up, and feel the navel. Feel solar plexus in the upper part of your stomach. Just give it space. Have your awareness here and relax. Now we move our attention to the lower part of our chest. Feel the lower part of our chest, center of our chest, soft. The upper part of your chest, all of your chest completely relaxed. Now try to feel all of your torso, back, sides, front, stomach, chest. It's one energy, vibration, completely relaxed. Legs, the feet as well. Once again we go to our shoulders, and from there we go out to the upper arms. Feel them relax. Go down into the elbows, the lower part of your arms, the wrists. Feel your hands, both of your hands, how they're open, soft, and relaxed. Go from your hands to your fingers. And now feel fingers, hands, arms and shoulders completely relaxed. Feel your neck, the front of your neck, sides and back, inside, open and free. Go to your face, the lower part of your face, the jaw is dropped, loose, just as your mouth, lips, cheeks, nose relaxes, free and open. Go to the area around your eyes, the brows, eyebrows, the forehead, all of your face. Any tension in your face has now been removed as a mask of tension that's no longer there. It's completely open now, completely relaxed. Go to your ears, relax here, the top of your head, open, back of your head, everything at ease. Your whole head is now like a ball, light, easily laying on top of your neck as you connect yourself to every body part in the earth, from your feet to your legs, torso, back, front, arms, hands, neck, head, just connecting to anything above. Scan your body now. So anywhere where you still have tension, put your awareness there. Softly. Just be there in acceptance. See if the tension goes away slowly. We now go back into the chest area. We suggest and assume that there's a pull from the heart. It's drawing you in towards the light in your heart. That you just get closer and closer to this light. And now you just let yourself fall into the light. Please start meditation. That's all. Welcome. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of you watching.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
For the good meditation.
See you Tuesday.
At 5 o'clock. Live at the Vrads Sande Heartfulness Meditation Center page here on Facebook.